a country where wealth mobility through two generations it doesn't exist. It's actually well illegal. If you are born in a rich house or in a poor house, you will stay there forever in your life with a 70% of chances of probability. That also happens with education. If your parents doesn't receive any education, the probability to you have a university education it's only 5%. So that's my beautiful and unequal country. We also have pretty bad issues with the fiscal policies because the rural budget in Mexico is focused on private investment when we have to be thinking about public investments with the federal funds. This is just to like fun facts. The 10% of the more rich producers in Mexico concentrates 80% of the public budget in rural economic development. So this is pretty unfair. We also have a pretty weak competitive system in Mexico. It's pretty amazing, maybe for all of you and maybe for the German and the Japanese people, because this is a common way of making agriculture in your countries. But in Mexico, farmers doesn't have an organization for them to help. Actually, only 2% of agricultural producers in Mexico are part of an economic organization. This is a pretty tough stat. And this happened even though the cooperatives gives chance to make more profits and gain more liberty and develop together in a more effective way. Even though we have this through cooperatives, it's pretty hard to get this cooperative culture in Mexico because of our history. For the record, in Mexico we make an agricultural survey year by year, and seeing the stats of the agricultural survey, you can see that 64% of the issues presented by farmers in Mexico are enclosed in the lack of experience or the lack of technical education. So the Mexican farmers, are demanding an improved system of knowledge transferring, and in order to have a professional meritocratic system of knowledge management, because today is not a reality. Meritocracy is only a fake word in Mexico. So what's my experience? A group of very talented and professional people from a university, we gathered together and led a 16-month project with rural communities in Mexico, and in a project of knowledge transferring, actually, in 4 Mexican states. And at the very beginning, we start working with the main farmers, with the old one. And that was pretty difficult for us because they consider us pretty young for them. They consider that I was 16 years old when I was developing this project. So actually I was very young for them. But even though having that, it was very difficult for us to make them understand that they have very big issues with their production, with diseases and those kind of stuff. And we were delivering some techniques, some knowledge to them to solve their issues, and they didn't want to listen because they were accustomed to only the big companies to go to their rural areas just to sell them agrochemicals. So it was pretty hard for us to make this work. And actually also the trust was another issue, because how can they trust in a little baby of 16 years old who's just in high school to tell them how to produce, to tell them how to manage their diseases to them that have at least 30 years producing avocados, for an example. So it was pretty hard for us making this job. So in order to resolve this problem that we had, we we try to innovate our extension system to the children, to the child. It actually the the children that has their parents, their uncles, their grandfather that were farmers were our salvation of this project. We started working with a comprehensive system of rural development, gathering all the family together with the same purpose of improving their current situation of farming. So we started to make like fun agriculture to the children so they can learn how to produce their own food. It was pretty fun to work with them because they are pretty proactive and they are really enjoying to know new things because they're children, they are kids. So the kids help us a lot because they were really worried about their senpais to not do their homework. We were delivering some new techniques, some new homework for them to manage their trees, to manage their crops. And when they were not using the techniques, the children started to yell out to their parents, to their uncles, to their grandparents, telling them, hey, father, hey, uncle, hey, grandfather, why are you not doing what the extensionists tell you to do this week? We have diseases, you know. Do you know this red spider is bad for avocado? So they were learning and they were helping us to bring in together their family to work. So when I was working with these groups of kids, I made a little survey, like just for fun. And I wanted to know what they want to be when they grow up. And when we began this project, I got a lot of lawyers, accountants, architects, those kind of mayors. And after like 5 months, 6 months that we were working, just for fun again, I asked them again what they wanted to be when they grow up. And my surprise was that now I had a lot of veterinarians, agronomists, ecologists, forestry growers. It was pretty good for me because now they were enjoying agriculture. They were learning, and they were also enjoying having fun with their friends doing agriculture. They started to organize and to go to their order to they deliver some results managing 2 rabbits. They had 2 rabbits under their control, and the rabbits didn't die. Actually, the rabbits did very well. It was pretty healthy rabbits, pretty beautiful rabbits. And when the regional coordinator of the Ministry of Agriculture saw that on little kids, he decided to help these little kids. Actually, it was these little kids. The regional coordinator of the Ministry of Agriculture decided to give to them 120 rabbits to have their first production of rabbits. And they succeed. They make it pretty well with little rabbits. Because it's not that hard when you try to deliver education to them. So we started to working with rural areas just to tell the people that you can change how rural development is being. In conclusion, in order for a change of paradigm involves facing inequalities, improving fiscal policies to not be with private investment but with public investments, and also foster the cooperative and other kind of organization systems. And most important, we have to take a look, increasing the knowledge transferring systems for those who need it more. For those who live in small area of farming and are located in remote rural areas. That's the way of rethinking rural economic development. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. We would like to ask the audience for any questions or suggestions. If you have any, kindly raise your hand and introduce yourself and then give your question. 質問は日本語でも大丈夫です。質問のある方は挙手をお願いします。
I give the word or you select the who are going to ask. Maybe they will need the mic. Raise your hand.
Hi, I'm Edward Braden from the University of Reading, and I found very interesting your program, and I think the whole project there was really great. And you mentioned at the start of the project there was a bit of a trust issue. Did you find that by the end of it, there was a built trust where you felt you could communicate better with